Welcome back to another Stormgate video here on ExpeditionRTS. We've got a lot to cover today as the Celestial structures are quite unique. We're also going to be covering the Celestial's top bar abilities. Let's jump right in. The first thing that's unique about the Celestial's primary command structure is that it can fly. It also has the ability to heal friendly units, but not in combat. If they take damage, then the healing is cancelled. When the Arc ship is upgraded to the Arc Fortress, it gains a beam attack, which I showcase in my other video covering the Celestial's units. It also has the ability to create prisms, which are your primary gatherers, and it has the ability to build morph cores, which are your primary builders. Of course, this isn't the only way to build with the Celestials. If you've been watching anything on the Celestials, then you can see that they can also warp in buildings. They just warp right in, but for this you need a cascade field. Cascade is produced by essentially every single celestial structure. In this case, the field that you see is being produced by the Arc ship, and you can see as the field expands when this building completes. There is, as I said, another way to build with the Celestials, and that is with the morph core. By taking the morph core, you can see that it isn't concerned with the cascade field at all. I can place the morph core wherever and it'll start building. There are multiple ways Celestials actually collect resources, particularly Luminite. You can see here that I have a collection array. This is built from the morph core, or if you have the cascade field, then you can actually build it right onto the Luminite mine, and it will just slowly collect Luminite wherever it is on the map. It doesn't have to be connected to the Arc ship or anything. So the Celestials technically only really need one primary command structure. This means that you can spread out your mining. However, these collection arrays are quite expensive. 450 Luminite. So, make sure you don't lose them. The collection array is capable of lifting off and being moved to a different Luminite mine. The other way the Celestials are able to collect Luminite is with the prisms. The prisms are 100 each of Luminite, and you can see that they slowly collect 5 Luminite. And they also don't need to return this Luminite to a command structure. The other thing that's unique about the prism as a worker is they actually build up speed as they go. As you can see, it gets faster as it gets up to 300% of its base movement speed over time. So the farther the distance it's traveling, the more efficient it is. It is able to collect Therium, however this Therium will have to be returned to an Arc ship. It will collect a large sum of 50 Therium before returning it. The Therium can also be returned to these Therium purifiers if you don't have an Arc ship nearby. These can be built for 225 Luminite. 2 upgrades are found in the Therium Purifier, the Sovereign Fury, as well as the Celestial Hyperdrive. The Celestial Hyperdrive causes morph cores and Arc ships in all their forms to move 50% faster. The other thing that is unique about the Celestials is that rather than concerning themselves with supply structures, providing supplies for their units, they start out at max supply and instead need power for their buildings. Power is provided by Arc ships in all their forms, and by power banks. Each building that is not one of these structures that provide power consumes power. The collection array mentioned earlier. However, the other unique use of power is that the Celestial's top bar's abilities run on it as well. Anytime you use a top bar ability, it will consume temporarily a certain amount of power. So if you don't have enough power in reserve, you can't spam your top bar abilities. In addition to that, the first top bar ability actually breaks this rule and does not consume any power, but instead you target a structure, that structure will then consume more power. So it went from consuming 8 power to 18 power. But while overcharged, it has a unique ability. In this case, when the collection array is overcharged, it will actually heal friendly prism units that are nearby. The power banks themselves have energy and are able to share that energy with nearby friendly units. When overcharged, its energy regeneration rate as well as the energy discharge rate is increased. When the arc ship in any form is granted power, it moves faster. The creation chamber is the most basic production structure of the Celestials. As you can see, both units were produced from this structure. This is because of the unique ability called Designate Prime Creation Chamber. Each of the production structures have this feature. I can change which chamber the units are produced from. The creation chamber is capable of creating Ardents, Kree, Scanners, and Cabal. The creation chamber will produce 50% faster when overcharged. When a structure is overcharged, you can see that it is surrounded by this electrical glowy arcing. The first upgrade structure for the Celestials is the Guardian Nexus. All creation chamber unit upgrades will be found here. When overcharged, this structure provides 25 armor to nearby friendly units. The Starforge is capable of building all vehicle units for the Celestials. Just like the creation chamber, it increases its production speed when overcharged. The Legion Hall is capable of producing the angelic units of the Celestials: Seraph, the Animancer, and the Archangel. Similar again to the Starforge and the creation chamber, when overcharged, it produces 50% faster. The Ascension Matrix possesses the upgrades for both the Starforge and the Guardian Hall. All units produced from those will find their upgrades here. When overcharged, it increases the damage of nearby friendly units. The last structure is the Link Node. This structure greatly expands cascade fields and can be upgraded into one of 2 defensive structures. It also gains detection when Power Surge is used on it. The first upgrade is the Strike Node. When it upgrades to the Strike Node, it will get a fast-firing attack. When overcharged, it will give it detection and attack speed. The other form of the Link Node is the Blast Node. It creates an area of effect attack. Likewise, when surged, it gains attack speed. After Power Surge, the first top bar ability is Sovereign Watch. Sovereign Watch can take any structure and give it an attack. It consumes 15 power, which will slowly recharge over time. And it can be upgraded from the Therium Purifier to do more damage. The next top bar ability is Zenith Scan, which allows you to scan an opponent's base. After the initial scan, the area of the vision will be decreased, but will remain for a duration longer. The other top bar ability is the Evolution Catalyst, which will instantly take a creep camp and destroy it. It can also cause them to respawn instantaneously at its next level. Purify is capable of restoring energy to friendly units at an increased rate. It also stops the energy regeneration from enemy units, and will cleanse units in the area of any debuffs. Finally, there is Summon Aeon Gate. You need Cascade to build it, but you're able to call in a building, a structure, for 100-100. Once that structure is complete, units can be marched inside the Aeon Gate. There they will be held in the Aeon Gate, and can be deployed anywhere on the map. If you have your own tips and tricks for navigating the celestial structures, let us know in the comments below. Till next time.